Hi guys, Yas here. I am the owner of Foliage in Old Town Clovis, and today we are talking Fiddle Leaf Fig's most common problems. Today is video number 1 of our most common problems, and we are talking underwatering and crispy leaves. So underwatering is exactly as it sounds. It's that you're underwatering the plant. So some of the things that you may be looking out for when you're trying to identify if you're underwatering is that you'll notice the plant has really crispy edges along the side, and that it's dropping leaves that are totally crispy, or again, that have that crispy edge all the way around. Another way that you'll be able to tell if you're underwatering is that your soil will be bone dry, and you might even see some exposed roots up on the top that are really crispy dry. So now that we've identified the problem, it's time to start making some changes to get your plant happy and thriving again. So the first thing we'll want to do is adjust our watering schedule. We will want to make sure that we have our plant on a weekly watering schedule. And I'm going to put a little asterisk next to that. Before you water your plant weekly, you always want to stick your finger into the soil about 2 inches maybe to your first knuckle, and make sure that the soil has indeed dried out before you're watering, because that could lead to a whole other issue of overwatering. Once a week, pick a day out of the week that is your watering day. Here at the shop, we say Sundays are our watering days, so whatever works for you. And then it's time to water. You'll grab your watering can, and you want to water with something that's pretty large, so you can water quickly and have a vast amount of water. So we'll take our watering can and we're going to pour quickly, and we want to watch the soil level, the water level flood up on the soil about 1 inch or so, and then you want to see it drain all the way out. And we're flooding, and then allow the water to drain all the way out. The next thing we're going to do is address the aesthetic side of the plant. You might have seen already a bunch of leaves fall off, so now that we've adjusted the watering, the leaves should start coming in healthy. But you may still have some leaves that are just crispy and not pretty looking. So this is where I always recommend a good healthy snipping. So you can grab your scissors or your shears, and we're just going to cut all the way around the leaf and reshape it. It doesn't do any harm to the plant, and it just makes it look nicer. And I like it because it kind of like starts us off at a starting base to know whether we've adjusted our watering properly or not. And if you see the browning come back, then we know we haven't adjusted properly. So again, grab your scissors, and then we'll just trim all the way around. And I like to cut so it's like a natural shape of the leaf, so back into like an oval or circular shape. So we're gonna trim all this dead stuff off. See how much better that looks? Okay, and so you could do that to all of the leaves that you have remaining on your plant. The last thing we want to talk about is that you may have your plant that was dropping all of its crispy leaves, and now you have just one big, tall, naked plant with almost nothing on it. So a lot of people messaged me and asked, what can I do to revive this plant? Will it grow new leaves down at the bottom? And the answer is yes. If we've adjusted and if we've watered properly, then there is a chance that we can chop the plant and it will force the plant to start growing new leaves down at the bottom. To do that, again, you'll want to get your scissors or your shears, and I need the bigger scissors. So you'll want to get your bigger scissors, and you'll find a spot on the plant. Imagine that this was all just naked, all naked. I wouldn't actually trim this plant because it's nice and pretty much healthy besides, you know, the edges here. But anyway, so you would grab your scissors, find a point on the stem. Wherever you snip it is where the plant will start growing new branches and growing new leaves. I have one that I've already trimmed. And you can see here, this is the point where I had snipped the plant. And after just a few months, it started producing brand new leaves down at the bottom. So this is one way to revive your underwatered plant. Okay, before I forget, last thing I wanted to mention is when you are snipping the top of that Fiddle Leaf Fig off, if there are a couple leaves still left on it, don't throw that part away. You can take those cuttings and stick them in water, and before you know it, you'll have roots growing off the bottom of the stem here. So I've done that a couple times to a bunch of different plants I've revived, and look how pretty those look. And that's it. That covers our first video of our most common Fiddle Leaf Fig problems. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next one. We're gonna be talking about overwatering and root rot. Bye.